Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of the Matt and Joe Show.
How are you guys doing?
This time we are tackling the spoopy season. You heard it first, spoopy season.
Ooh.
Ooh. So, to get it started off, I'm your boy Joe, actual wooden boy, and my co-host joining me is gonna be your
Yep.
boy,
The crow person.
the bird person, Matt,
Yep. The,
and
the crow person because it's
Crow.
Halloween.
Crows are more spookier than actual
Mhm.
bird people. Oh, I
Mhm.
guess then I'll be the lizard person. Lizard.
There you
The
go.
reptilian. Actual reptilian.
Actual reptilian wooden boy.
And today we're going to be tackling one of my favorite seasons, the Halloween season.
Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da.
These actual homemade sound effects are fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, you like that?
Absolutely.
1990. I'll record 20 of them, release it on cassette for 1999. You guys want that?
Plus 15 shipping.
True.
Yo,
So before we start, I just want to say, haven't been able to upload in a while. That was my fault. I'm sorry about that. This is actually going to go up almost as soon as we get finished recording it. I've been tied up in a really big project separate from the show. I am just getting to the other side of that. So, I should be able to start uploading more episodes. Like, we have, 10 episodes or something like
in
that
the
sitting in
backlog.
backlog. Yeah. So you should see more episodes getting uploaded soon. So watch out for that.
Yeah, you'll get your thirst quenched in just a
You'll get
little
your
bit.
fix.
Get your fix.
You'll get your fix.
Gotta get another hit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get another hit of the Matt and Joe Show.
We're here to provide your endorphin release.
Oh,
Just give us time.
I think they know exactly what I mean when I
True.
say it's a schpadoinkle day, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And if for those of you who don't know what schpadoinkle means, just look up schpadoinkle day on YouTube and you'll know exactly what I mean.
You'll be very fulfilled.
But to start off, Matt, how do you feel about the Halloween and spoopy season altogether?
I've grown up doing Halloween. I've done Halloween pretty much all my life. My fiance isn't a big fan of it, but
Really?
I enjoy it. I like the aesthetic of it. Like, it's like the one time a year that you can really get in touch with your. It's
I'm curious
like
to know what you're
what's the
gonna
word?
say. Because
You can get in touch with your dark side. Like you're.
you can get
It's
it.
like the little witch flying around your head and whispering in your ear. You can accentuate that around Halloween.
I think we can definitely tell the levels of like dark humor because the first thought I had in my head was like, yeah, I can get in touch with your inner serial killer, like like your Jason Voorheeses and
You
Mike
can do that, but
Myers.
we're not taking responsibility of whatever happens after that point.
Hey,
Understand?
one person says accident, the other says murder. It's up to the law to decide. Like,
But we don't take any responsibility on this show.
absolutely, as an actual non-lawyer, I'm gonna say you're on your own.
True.
But absolutely, I completely concur with you that I grew up doing Halloween, even though growing up as a youth, when I was a child,
As most of us do.
oh, absolutely, when I was actually just a piece of wood and not a wooden boy, my mother raised me as more of like the cute side of Halloween, where it's more like the fun, lighthearted spiritiness of it. And as I grew up, it became more of like the I feel alive when I'm scared. Like you just feel like that sense of like alive. Yeah, I don't know if it's like the fear or if it's like the adrenaline or something, but like you just genuinely feel more alive.
Just your heart rate check. Like, when you get complacent, like when you're just doing your day to day, you don't think to just put your hand on your chest and make sure your ticker is operating. But once you're a little scared out of your wits, yeah, your heart starts going like that's you. You just make sure that everything is functioning properly. That's what that
They
is.
said it best in A Nightmare Before Christmas that life's no fun without a good scare, and Disney don't sue
True,
us, but it's
I
true.
believe it.
I don't know.
Um,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not
so
looking to get like terrified every waking moment. But at the very
Oh no
same
no
time,
no
I
no.
can appreciate a nice.
That's why Halloween's just once a year.
Do you? Well, hold on. A very controversial question is: The Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween or Christmas movie?
I think we've talked about
I
this
think we
before
might
during
have. I
our
think we might have as well. But just to bring it up again, just for shits and gigs.
um. I would probably most likely watch it on Halloween. Didn't the director actually say it was supposed to be a Halloween movie?
Oh, really? Well, what does he know?
What's the name? Oh, yeah, he's only the guy that made the movie. Like, whatever.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing as like
His opinion ain't shit.
when you read when you read a book in high school and they're like, well, what did the author really mean? And it's like, well, the fucking author wrote this, so he means this. Like, you know what I mean? There's no alliteration, so I guess the director doesn't know what he's talking about then.
Let me see. Let me look it up. Nightmare Before isn't.
Ah,
Oh, here we go. Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, it's the composer.
ah,
So Danny Elfman. Nightmare Before Christmas composer confirms it is in fact a Halloween movie. Given the course's Halloween release, USA Today called up Elfman to chat about Nightmare. Okay, yeah. So apparently that's canon. Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie.
well, you heard it here. Well, Mr. Elfman, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna contradict you. I mean, Tim Burton I'll contradict, but nope, Mr.
Yeah, Danny Elfman wrote the theme song for The Simpsons. You cannot contradict that man.
I hope he makes a theme song of our show. That would be fantastic.
Danny Elfman, call us up. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. All right, so I actually have a couple of topics we could go into.
Sure.
One, what is your most memorable trick or treating experience, good or bad?
Ooh. Well, one of them was actually being terrified that
Mm-hmm.
like, cause like, you know how some people like don't really partake in it. They just like show up and have candy and then they just toss it at you and then you go away.
Right.
Some parents like like the parents that go hard, they celebrate too. There was one
Yeah.
that this one family near my parents' house. These guys would go all out, and there was just one
Mm-hmm.
year that I remember being like maybe in like fifth grade or maybe even fourth grade, and I just
Right.
remember that the cosmetic effects looked so good that it actually terrified me because at first I thought like he actually was missing like some skin off his face. Like it was like
Mm-hmm.
it looked like a like some shrapnel or like a grenade or bomb went off like by him, and it looked like his face got all torn up, and I was like, oh, like it
Oh,
actually
no
like
kidding.
it looked
You went, ugh.
it looked it looked super good. Like it was actually really fucking cool.
Nice.
That's one of the best moments trick or treating. I mean, aside from the countless mischief nights and eating candies and going into a sugar coma, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
as a child, but and I think worst, um, I think like your typical like getting like raisins as candy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I was gonna ask about the best and worst Halloween candies, but I want to share my story.
Hit it.
And so I only have one.
Okay.
The worst thing, and this was my fault because I was a dumb child looking back. So I was living at the military base out in Belgium at this time, like way back in like the 90s, like the mid 90s. Um, and my brothers and I were supposed to go trick or treating together around like the military housing
Okay.
area. So I don't know what possessed me into doing it, honestly. I just like was super impatient. I needed to go at this like at that very moment. So I went out and I went trick or treating by myself,
Oh,
completely
Jesus.
unsupervised. Yes, me and I remember this. My beheaded Bugs Bunny stuffed animal, just the head.
Did you do that yourself,
I
or was that like for the
I don't
costume?
remember.
Okay.
I don't think I even have a costume. I don't remember.
Just some asshole with a fucking Bugs Bunny head.
That was the costume. Aren't you scared? No, like, so what happened was I ended up going back to the youth center that they have there, and everyone was so pissed off at me. Like, they were looking for me for a while, apparently.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I got none of my Halloween candy that year, or very little of it.
Have you ever, well, as a child, have you ever egged or have been egged?
I have not. I've been a good boy. I've always been a good boy.
Ah, I got you. I may or may not have had some eggs in my past.
Sent or received?
Both.
Oh,
I
nice.
feel like
Was it like a turf war with
it was
eggs?
more like you're messing around with some friends, and then things escalate, and I'm not gonna lose the war, so
Yeah.
you gotta hit him with what you got, and then next thing you know,
I've got these eggs.
I got these.
They're coming in fast. I'm not gonna lose.
Where's the giant Mansley
We're about to die
for
for
our
our
country?
country.
Jeez, no, it just like was like dicking around because like one person would like put like shaving cream on their hand and like smack one of your like friends, and then it was more like
Yeah,
oh like then they put shaving cream on, then one person grabs an egg, and then you're like oh I'm not gonna not get egged, and it's
yeah.
man it's crazy how those things escalate.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I've had no experience, no eggs, no TP, nothing like
well
that.
that's a waste of
I've
TP.
been a good boy. Yeah. Well, we couldn't have known that back then.
Well, no. It's
See,
it's funny how full circle it's come, because I mean not to bring up the actual like serious thing that's happening, but the this whole Rona thing started off with like TP shortages. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's kind of funny how far we've came, and like just a couple of years beyond that, people were eating Tide Pods. So it's like
Oh my god.
it's
Well, I mean, I feel like that's just an integral part of the human experience. Every generation has their dumbass thing that they did. Do you know back in the is the 40s or 50s? Have you ever heard of booth stuffing?
what that sounds like.
Google it. Telephone booth
Is this
stuffing.
something that I could?
That's literally,
Should I do
huh?
this in incognito mode? Because this sounds disgusting.
Oh. It's other than the people that died, it's relatively tame. Don't worry.
Okay, I was gonna say if I need to put my
I
VPN
strive to
on.
provide. I strive to provide family-friendly content on the Madden
Let's
Show
see.
show.
It's the fat info the number of people. Wait, what? Why?
I told you.
What?
Like, see,
So
this is my problem. This is my problem with like all of like the baby boomers and all the older people saying, the millennials and Gen Zers, they're always doing dumb stuff." It's like, okay, telephone booth stuffing.
it's literally as you say. Telephone booth stuffing was a fad that involved a number of people consecutively entering a telephone booth until the point to which the telephone booth would not accommodate no more people. Like, what is so stupid? How bored? I guess like 1950s, so that's after the war. So I guess they had nothing else to
Yeah,
do.
I mean, pretty much.
uh,
The draft is over. What are we gonna do, boys? You see that telephone booth over there?
I just think of that like that car salesman meme where he like slaps the hood. I can fit so many people in this telephone booth.
That would actually be good application of that.
Let's get back to
Man,
Halloween though.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Do you have any particular favorite horror films of the Halloween season, or any favorite horror killers like Jason or Freddy or?
I think they're all kind of lame, honestly. I've
Really?
seen I've seen a good majority of those classic horror movies.
Yeah.
Not a fan. I think they're pretty. I don't know, and that could just be a product of their time and the fact that I'm just so jaded.
I the thing is, I can concur to that because growing up, the Jason movies terrified me. I
Mm.
literally yesterday, October 17th, I watched with a couple of friends. We watched the very first Jason or Friday the 13th movie, and
Yeah.
it it's not that it was like terrible, but it's just laughable at how non-scary by today's standards it is. Like it builds suspense,
Exactly.
the practical effects are awesome, but just we're just so used to like those like cheap jump scares and like stuff like that. But like also a point that one of my friends brought up was that you've seen so many parodies of it, but that was the first horror like at the campground slasher film, at least to my knowledge.
Right.
So what? It's like it came out in, like probably like the late 70s, early 80s or something like that. So
Hmm.
like what? Like 30 years or more of just like parodies and satires and spoofs and everything else in between. Like I can see how it kind of lost its like luster, but back in the day when that first came out, I'm sure that was like pretty mind-blowing.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
But I think they're
So,
traditional. Like I
like,
like to watch at least one horror film a day in October.
mm.
I like my spooky season.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. So yeah, like I like the best horror movie that I've seen that I feel like really holds up is The Conjuring. Just the
Yo,
first Conjuring.
that is a good film. I actually scared the absolute shit out of one of my friends in the theater when we all went to go watch it.
Hmm.
He was down maybe like 3 or 4 rows ahead of us because he was with his girlfriend and like it wasn't planned that we all were
Yeah,
gonna go see this movie. It was just like happened to bump into those two and they happened to be there. Um, at one point during the film, like it was like I guess like a lull or like like some like like establishing shot or some nonsense, and I went down down the aisle and I wanted to go scare him, and something jumped up on the screen, and I remember that I actually jumped because I wasn't really paying attention, and that made those two
yeah.
scream so loud. It was the funniest damn thing. But me getting scared wasn't exactly the coolest part of it.
Oh, wow.
uh, that one's a good one, but there's also your traditional ones that you have to watch every season. Like I have to watch Hocus Pocus and Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is a classic. Like I will definitely, I can get behind you 100% on
You're
Beetlejuice.
not Hocus
That's
Pocus?
for sure. It's okay.
Really?
Like it's not something I'm gonna go out of my way to watch.
Oof. See, that's just like one of those traditional ones, except for apparently on like if you watch it on TV, they do these stupid like trivial facts that are not exactly trivial facts. They're just some random person just adds their commentary to it where it's like, did you know they did this? And it's like, dude, like that's not a fact. That's just some like obvious like crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool if there's like like directors or people that actually worked on it, but some schmuck that's like has no business being a part of the movie just adds their like 2 cents where it's like telling you exposition that you already know if you're currently watching the movie.
Yeah, I feel like TV ruins like TV syndications kind of ruin it, especially when they do stuff like that.
Well, it's funny because like I don't have cable here in New or here in Brooklyn, so
Hmm.
it's kind of like when I go to my parents' house or like people that have cable and like you actually like hear what commercials are not YouTube commercials, you're kind of like, what? How the hell did I ever watch this? You know what I mean?
Fair. Yeah.
Ooh, wait.
So yeah.
I was gonna say I think you're probably getting to this, but Halloween candy. What you eating?
Yep, that is exactly what I was
Dude,
gonna get
I know
into.
exactly what you mean.
So, all right. So I feel like the best way to go about this is okay. I'm gonna set the stage. We just came home with a haul.
Okay.
We went to like at least two or three neighborhoods, like really good neighborhoods.
Okay.
You understand, and we dump all of our candy out on the table.
Okay.
So there are three possible tiers. The candy that you're absolutely keeping, that you are not trading,
Okay.
you're not going to give it away. The candy that you're going to trade, or the candy that's just going to the trash, or the candy slash other items that are just going to the trash
Gotcha.
because like the world is not ready for that.
All right.
So what are your what are your let's do like three each.
Okay, so three things that are not being traded are anything Wonka. So like nerds,
Okay.
Laffy Taffy, Sweethearts, that jazz, not trading.
Okay.
I'm a Wonka guy. Uh, Kit Kats, not trading. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, if there's crap, I forgot what they're called. Oh, Reese's, not trading.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, I guess possible trading is candy corn. Like I can eat some candy corn, but like if I have
I
more,
don't get the yeah,
if
I don't get the hate with candy corn. Like it's not in small doses. Candy corn is not bad, but you have to eat. Like if you're gonna be one of those dudes that tries to eat an entire bag of candy
no,
corn, you're gonna have a bad time.
you're gonna have a bad time. No, it's like
Yeah,
I can eat like maybe 10, like 15 pieces, and then I'm off the stuff for like the whole year. Like I don't need any more candy corn. Though some people I know swear by the pumpkins. They
hmm
prefer the pumpkins over the candy corn, but to me they taste the same.
they taste the same.
Uh, hey man,
Yeah.
it's weird, but they swear by the pumpkins. So wait, what about you? What are you not trading?
Okay, what am I not trading?
Yeah.
I am not trading. I would say Reese's
Mhm.
also. I'm keeping. Um, Skittles. Like if I have a thing of sour Skittles,
Oh, nice.
especially, I'm not trading those. Not trading the sour Skittles. Oh, my mouth is watering thinking about sours. I might pick up a pack.
Did you just drool?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit of spittle. um, and Butterfinger.
Ooh, Butterfinger. All right.
Butterfinger,
Butterfinger,
yeah. Butterfinger stays with me.
Butterfingers are in that tier of like Three Musketeers. Like they're good, but like I would trade them. They're on the trading board.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I mean I'm not gonna not eat them, but you know
Hmm,
if just say for example I'll give you three Butterfingers for some nerds and laugh taffies. You know what I mean? Like
that's fair.
I feel like that's a an equitable trade.
Yeah, I would respect that trade. To that end, I'll start with the things that I would trade.
Okay,
Wonka stuff. I have no contention with trading mine away.
cool, cool.
Yeah,
That's good to know.
yeah, pretty much. Next time we go trick or treating, you know what I'm saying? I
Right?
know where to send my nerds up to. um, Anything with peanuts, like peanut M and M's.
Paydays.
What Snickers, paydays? Yeah, I'll trade those. I won't eat them, but I know people who love the shit out of those and will like hoard them.
Right.
I can't eat candy with peanuts. I have a problem with that.
I don't dislike them, but you know, I can agree that they're not like top tier candy material.
Yeah.
Just like what's it?
Uh
It's like almond joys and mounds. Like some people don't like coconut, but
oh God, coconuts. Yeah. I'll say anything with peanuts and coconuts. That can just be one thing for me.
I say sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't.
True.
No,
um.
mounds and almond joys. I mean, I my mom loves them, so like I grew up eating them, so I don't dislike them. They're just not like my preferred. Like I don't think I've ever gone to a gas station and picked up almond joys.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
give me your finest almond joy, please.
You got to reach to the back for the freshest ones.
He- Charleston
Uh,
shoes are also really good. People sleep on Charleston shoes. The 1920s got something right. Charleston
hmm,
shoes.
I think I missed that one. Okay, so we are running low. We're starting to run low on time, so we should probably pick it up a little
All
bit.
right.
What are your Did you already do your will
Oh,
trades?
I'll trade freaking raisins or Three Musketeers or
I think raisins get a bad rap. Also, real quick,
r-
raisins get a bad
they're
rap.
not Halloween. They're not candy.
I can agree with that. I
I
can agree that they're not candy,
I eat
but they get a
raisins.
bad rap.
I eat raisins all the live long day, like in cookies or just by like the freaking little Raisinets box. Like I can eat that
Yeah,
anytime. That's not a Halloween exclusive. Get that out of my trick or treat bag.
true.
Trying to Shanghai me with that? Like, that is nonsense.
No, pound on the door, be like, how dare you give me raisins?
No, that's the house that may or may not get an omelet in the morning.
Good. Beware raisins, a giver of raisins.
uh,
Someone has an egg, not afraid to use it on you.
oh my God,
Okay. What are you what's going in the trash?
uh, Tootsie Pops. Oh no, not Tootsie Pops. Tootsie Rolls.
What? No,
You can
no.
have every Tootsie
Give
Roll.
those to
Tootsie
me.
Pops. Tootsie Pops
Absolutely.
are all right. Tootsie Rolls. I feel like after having more than like five, I'm just kind of like, nah. Unless it's like those weird ones that are like vanilla flavored, orange flavored, and like they're not your normal Tootsie Roll. Like they're not that little
Mhm.
brown little
Nah, give me the OG. Give me the OG. I will eat those all day.
Mr. Owl. How many
I
licks does
I
it take?
recognize I recognize that they're probably very very fake. However,
Whatever gave that away.
they are so. This is a well kept secret. Tootsie Rolls are fake chocolate, but I'll eat them. I love
I'll eat
them.
them.
Yeah.
Smarties, I don't hate, but I feel like I can only have a few of those before. But I also feel like that's most candies for me. Like even as a kid, even at like my peak of eating sugary snacks and stuff, I would
Hmm.
only have so much because then I'm like, it's gross. I don't want any more sugar. It's gross.
Yeah. I don't want it.
I mean, like unless it's like back in the day, I used to drink lots of like cola and like energy drinks and stuff. Like that's different than
Yeah.
eating actual like candies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Any other ones? You got one more?
Off the top of my head, I'm just gonna go with what the hell is it called? Babe Ruth. Good baseball player,
What are
not good
those?
candy.
I don't even know what those are.
Oh, it's I can't even describe it. It's
Does it have peanuts in it?
yeah, I think so.
Okay, then I'm just putting in the trade pile.
Gotcha.
Okay. So for me, I've already got this figured out. A, licorice, like black
Oh yeah,
licorice.
you're right.
That is a
Get that.
sin.
You throw us that in the trash.
Yeah, exactly. Two, Smarties. Smarties are going in the trash for me because they're not. They can be good if I have no other candy and I just really, really want candy to eat.
Yo, babe.
But my problem is I used to confuse them for sweet tarts because they came in very similar
Yes,
packaging
exactly.
back in the day.
No, no, you're right.
And when
They still do.
I'll go, yeah, and I'll go to eat a Smartie expecting a sweet tart, and that pisses me off.
You got had.
Yeah, you
Oh,
just
it's
got
actually called
played.
Baby Ruth.
Baby
And
Ruth, yeah, there you
the
go.
contents of it sounds exactly like a Snickers.
Hmm.
It's peanuts, caramel, milk chocolate flavored nougat covered in
Yeah.
compound chocolate.
Okay, it's just going the trade thing for me.
Yeah,
That's
get
that's
out of here.
yeah. Shoot, what was the other one? Oh, circus peanuts.
Yo,
What the
roommate
hell are
Chris.
circus
Shout out to
peanuts?
roommate Chris. He actually likes
Hey,
circus peanuts. He's a weirdo.
uh, I'll tell you what. Strange palate. I'm sure he's a very respectable person, but I don't respect his taste, his palate.
They have such a unique smell. I would say I don't think I've had
I
one
can
in
actually
years.
still smell it.
I don't think I've had one in years. I almost want to go to the corner store just to try one.
Good luck. You can do that.
Research.
Okay, we've got less than a minute left. So, what I want to know is, what would you do if somebody dropped a toothbrush and toothpaste in your trick or treat bag?
I honestly probably wouldn't notice, and if I got it, I'd probably scream.
Right there in front of the person.
Yes, absolutely.
Ah!
Like,
Shit.
shit.
I just leave it on their patio, on their stoop.
The thing is, I respect the good dentistry, but at the very same time, that's not a Halloween thing.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Shout out to all the dentists out there. Final thoughts.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Have a good one,
We'll see you
everybody.
next
Be
time.
safe.